So what do you want to play for us today?
So I'm going to play a song that Grace will be doing harmonies on.
Cool.
She sings on the album with it too, so it's always a treat when we can perform together. She'll be playing tomorrow night along with all of these other folks, Todd South, and I believe Chip and Lisa and Lenny and Eric Stingland. So it's called After All. Make your home inside of him. Let him know, let him go. Talk about being whole. It's your measure of control. Drift further, forget about it all. Every wall, every castle etched in stone. Your home, all the work you know it took to get there, you'll swear it's all. But in the meantime, you're careful. In the meantime, you're careful. In the meantime, you'll share fully. You'll do go before they fall. You want to see what's left. You want to see what's left after all. The deeper you fall, the deeper you call. There's something left inside of him. Or deeper you bound, he molded without sound, turned away from what you found. He plays your game as reckless as you came, denies the possibility of shame. And still you hold, so still you will in the fragility you claim. In the meantime, you're careful. In the meantime, you're careful. In the meantime, you share fully. Oh, dear God, the cards before they fall. You want to see what's left. You want to see what's left. In the meantime, you're careful. In the meantime, you'll share fully. Oh, dear God, the cards before they fall. You want to see what's left. You want to see what's left after all. After all. After all. After all.
And the crowd goes wild. 100.1 The X. That's Kate Cotter and Grace Hutchison. Thanks for coming in, guys, and doing your thing today. Grace singing the backup. So, Grace, you do it professionally, pretty much. I mean, music's your career. If you had one piece of advice to give, just one, you can only give one, what is it to the aspiring singer-songwriter?
Well, I think for me, songwriting basically comes down to expressing yourself. You know, I've always used it as a tool, really to work through my life and my emotions and the people around me, and really as a way to get it out. And I think that's first step. If we can put a guitar in their hands or put a keyboard in their hands and kind of give them a real simple foundation, and from there, take it, to that place. I think to that personal place. For me, when I write a song, I always have to pretend that nobody's ever going to hear it.
Are you surprised at people's reactions when they do?
It's really rewarding actually, because there's different types of songwriters. There's more poppy songwriters, and there's rock songwriters, and myself, I'm pretty. My music is emotional, and it's semi-confessional, and it's it's a piece of yourself, and you're giving that out there, and I sometimes you can really connect with people, and I think that we all have a tendency when we listen to a song on the radio or we listen to our favorite record, we listen to those lyrics and we think of ourselves. We're pretending we're applying it to our lives and our emotions and things, and so I think it's a beautiful tool. So
Kate, I've always wanted to ask you this question. You play out a lot in a lot of different venues and different places. When you look down and see somebody actually singing along with you, does it kind of take you for a moment, or does it give you like the immediate smile of, hey, they know my song?
It's pretty amazing. I would never ever have thought in my entire life to have that experience, and it doesn't happen a lot.
I have to interject that I'm usually singing along her entire show.
It's usually Grace. I'll admit it.
Right. Thanks, Grace. We appreciate that.
But yeah, it's a pretty amazing experience. Just because if I like a song enough to absorb the lyrics and the words and the melody and to sing along with it, that means it's really affected me, and so it's incredible. It's such a privilege to be able to share music, and if somebody has kind of integrated it in enough way that they can sing along, it's such an honor. I don't know how to even express how it feels, really.
That's got to be a kick, no matter how you look at it. Well, yeah, I would always think that on the one hand, depending on who it is, it's like that's really cool, and maybe other times that's kind of creepy.
No, it's never creepy. It's
like,
wonderful.
Oh, wow, wait a minute,
That guy again.
Yeah, exactly. Knows all the lyrics to my songs, man. Anyway. All right, well, thanks, guys. So we have more entertainment here, but before we get to the more entertainment, I want to let you know that you're listening to the Songwriting and Performance Institute All-Stars, and they're going to be kicking everything out off tomorrow night. The entire thing is happening at the launch party and concert gala, and it's going to be at Sierra Arts Gallery, 17 South Virginia Street, tomorrow evening starting at 7 o'clock. 7 to 10, all ages. Bring the kids. If you've got the aspiring songwriter in your family, you can possibly plop them down and have them do what they want to do. You guys want to do another tune, or are we going to move to Todd? How are we going to do this? We're kind of doing this on the fly. It's totally up to you guys. Because I'm going to ask Chip a couple more questions. So we'll kind of move things around, see what happens. So have you had a lot of inquiries from really young people on this kind of thing, or is it basically all ages? You just never know what you're going to get.
So far the phone calls I'm getting are from parents who says, geez, I've got this talented son or daughter, and I'd like to plug them into somebody that'll coach them along. So far.
Well, that's cool. Now you deal with things on a number of levels. I mean, there are workshops, and you've got an on-site recording studio. I mean, all sorts of different things.
Yeah, let me tell you about that.
All right.
In addition to a number of classes that you can just come in and take a series on songwriting, or take a series on music theory, or take a series on guitar. In addition to that, our real signature piece is what we're calling the Stage and Studio Series.
Okay.
And what it does, once you've got just the most basic use of a keyboard or a guitar, then we put you into a sequence that teaches you music theory along with that, teaches you songwriting, teaches you performance skills, teaches you recording techniques, and then it results in a performance of your original music in front of a crowd, and your very own recording session for your original song.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So the Stage and Studio Series that we really think is what we'd like to get everybody prepared for, or get them through so that they can experience the joy of doing all that.
So the quickest way to get all the information here, I guess, is to go to spimusic.com and check out all of the stuff that's on the website.
Absolutely.
And then you can always call, email, all that kind of stuff. All the info's right there. But you too might one day be standing in front of me, having just gotten over laryngitis, ready to play another tune. You just never know. It might happen. Kate Cotter is here. How are you, Kate?
I'm great.
All right, so I so